Heidi ho, 7th graders. Your section for Monday is going to be on section 1.7 out of the book, which is covering multiplying rational numbers. So we're going to multiply both fractions and decimals, and we're going to go over fractions first. So to multiply fractions, you're going to make them simple fractions. That just means that there's no whole numbers. You don't leave it as a mixed number, you make it top heavy. And then multiply the top number times the top number and the bottom number times the bottom number. So numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. And here is an example. So if I have 3/8 and I want to multiply it by 4/5, then I'm going to go top times top. 3 times 4 is 12. 8 times 5 is 40. And then I'm going to reduce it. Find a number that goes into both, which would be 4. 12 divided by 4 would be 3. 40 divided by 4 would be 10. So your answer is 3/10. I could have cross-reduced and made it easier on myself. 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes into 8 twice, and there you would get 3 times 1 is 3, and 2 times 5 is 10. If you do not understand how to cross-reduce, please don't do it until we can go over it together. So that's just that's a simple fraction, but obviously not everything you do would be a simple fraction. So sometimes you might have mixed numbers that you need to multiply. So what if I have 3 and 3/4, and I want to multiply that by 1 and 1/8? So the key here is you have to make them top heavy first. Okay, you can't multiply the 3 times the 1 and then do the fractions separately. That will not work. You got to make them top heavy. So 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. You leave the bottom number the same. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Leave the bottom number the same. You do not need common denominators when you're multiplying. That's only when you're adding and subtracting. So again, here, I can't cross-reduce anything because there's not a number in the top and the bottom. So I just have to multiply the way it is. So 15 times 9 is 135. So 135 over 32. And then you can't leave it like this. You cannot leave your numbers top heavy. You have to turn it back into a mixed number. So you're going to have to put the top number in the box, divide it by the bottom. I would say it probably goes in there 4 times. So 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 3 is 12. There's 7 left over. So your answer would be 4, and the leftovers go over the original bottom number. So 4 and 7/32 would be your answer for that one. Remember, all fractions have to be reduced, and you cannot leave any of them top heavy ever. So the second part of our lesson is going to be on decimals. So when you multiply decimals, you multiply the numbers like normal, and then you're going to go back and count how many numbers were to the right of the decimal in the original numbers, and then you are going to put that many number of decimal spots in your answer. So for example, if I have 3.75 and I want to multiply that by a 0.7. You do not have to line up decimals when you're multiplying decimals. That's only when you're adding and subtracting. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this like normal. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry your 3. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus that other 3 is 52. Carry your 5. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 5 is 26. So multiply like normal. And then you're going to go back and count how many spots were to the right. 1, 2, 3. So I need 1, 2, 3 to the right in my answer. So my answer is 2.625. If one of these was negative, your answer would be negative. It's the same rules that we've been using this whole time, just like if it was a whole number. So then I have a couple problems that I would like you to do and bring with you, bring the answers with you on Monday. So problem number 1. Let's do 2/3 times 8/9. Problem number 2. 3 1/3 times 7/11. Problem number 3, 4.2 times negative 0.4. And problem number 4, let's do 17.42 times 0.17. So I want you to bring these 4 with you, done, to class on Monday. See you then. Have a good weekend.